So I'm halfway through putting the lockers in this Samurai here. The front's all done. I'll put back together, just got to do the wiring. And currently I've got the rear all torn apart. And I'm starting to set it up. So something I thought would be cool to show is basically what's inside this guy and how it works. So basically there's two little countersunk screws to hold the two case halves together. And those are basically, I wouldn't say temporary, but I mean, those just hold it together until you get the ring gear bolts. The ring gear bolts are what really hold it together. But when those come out, it springs apart because there's a spring inside. You see there's a thrust washer for the side gear. And then this is the spring that basically returns it to the default open position. So I'm gonna make sure to put everything exactly the way it was. So this is one of the side gears, and this is basically all the side gears are just like stock, except this one. This one has got these like engagement dogs built into it. So you can see in the default position, this rotates just like a standard differential. See if I can show this. So these pins, which in some of my other videos I've kind of showed the external function of this thing and how it uses these cam plates. But basically the cam plates, when you engage it, these will go up and enter the case. And basically what that does is raises the circular clutch ring. And this clutch ring, you can see it's engages with the case on the outside, and then when it comes up, when this comes up flush, it'll basically lock into those dogs on the side gear, and then it'll lock the side gear and the case together. And then once you have one side gear that can't rotate, you know, the whole thing becomes locked. So it's really, really quite simple. And this thing's pretty beefy. You know, in reality, this thing, it functions a lot like a locking hub on the front axle. Very similar concept. I'm pretty impressed with this. You know, there's no like razor sharp edges. It all seems like it's been cleaned, you know, deburred after machining pretty nicely. And you can see the coloring in this. It's definitely been heat treated. And the width of these dogs is pretty substantial. That's cool. You know, when this is engaged, this will just come up flush and bottom against this cover plate. And there's really nothing to try to pop it out because all the angles are straight, you know, in the axial direction. So I don't know, I just thought that was kind of a cool, simple design. I figured I'd share, and so if you're dishing out the money for one of these, you can see how it works. You don't have to take your own apart. I've put in most of the descriptions of all the videos involving these lockers, but I have a deal set up right now with Zepka Customs, which is the TRE US importer. And so his website is TRE4x4 USA.com. And if you purchase a set of these lockers, it doesn't have to be a set, it can be one or two. And it can be the e-lockers or the air lockers. But if you enter the discount code TRE4x4 Suzuki, you'll get 10% off. And that's a deal we've got set up. Kind of a long-term deal, hopefully. We don't have an end date set. And again, I'll put this information in the description so you don't have to remember it. But that's it. Like I said, I'm pretty stoked with these things. And honestly, my favorite thing is, the Samurais are old, and in the US, a lot of companies have kind of given up on them. And there's not a lot of options. And, nobody else offers an electric locker. And for me, I like this better than an air locker. To me, it has less failure points. It's simpler. It's easier to install. I just think it's cool. So yeah, check these guys out, TRE4x4 USA.com, discount code TRE4 Suzuki, and give these a try. I've got some pretty hard miles on mine. One King of the Hammers race, Rubicon Trail, and probably several hundred hard sand dune miles with paddle tires all the way around. And it works awesome. So that's it. If you've got any questions about installs or the function, or whether this is the right choice for you or not, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help anybody out with any of this stuff. So that's it. Thanks for watching.